Hello, everybody. It's Pappy from Spiderweb Reviews, and I have a music album review for you. The artist is B.o.B, and I am reviewing the B.o.B Presents The Adventures of Bobby Ray, which was released in 2010. This is like a hip hop album for those of you who are not familiar with the artist. Um, to get right into the review, I gave this album 7 legs out of 8, so it's an extremely well done album. I'm not a huge hip hop fan. There are certain artists I like, and I was not really familiar with B.o.B until I had heard this album, and I actually recognized a few of the tracks on the record right away. So that was kind of a nice little reassurance that I had heard some of these songs before. But with that being said, to get into the review, I had to mention about the singles. I gave the singles a full 2 legs out of 2. They are, like I said, recognizable. You've heard them on the radio, most likely, or maybe at like a sporting event or a club or something, a wedding, maybe. I feel like there's a lot of good like party songs on this album, which was I like those kind of songs more than just regular hip hop rapping songs. So if they're more a little bit more upbeat and they have choruses that are easily recognizable and everything. So I did enjoy that from a lot of the songs on this album are kind of fall into that category of being like sporting event songs, party DJ kind of songs. So that was really they were really well done, and you'll know some of these songs when you listen to the album if you haven't heard it before. For the non-single tracks, I did deduct half a leg for that because there were a couple of songs on the album that I wasn't quite feeling as much. They kind of brought the vibe down a level, and I don't know. I kind of like if you're gonna be upbeat, you should stay upbeat for the whole album. So those tracks were track 6, "Ghost in the Machine," and then track 10, "Lovelier Than You," were the 2 tracks where I was just kind of kind of just slowed things down. Um, and then the other half point deduction or half leg deduction I gave was for taking it live. So I'm not a huge person for going to live hip hop shows. But even though this album had a couple good party track songs to it, overall I don't know that I would be able to go say I would see this guy live and enjoy the show as much as I just enjoyed putting the album in to the headphones and listening to it. So I was a little questionable on that aspect of it. So I did downgrade half a leg for that. So that's where the 7 legs came from. Everything else is done extremely well. There are a lot of good guest appearances on this album. So you'll hear people like Bruno Mars is on here, Hayley Williams from Paramore. She's actually on 2 of the songs because there's the Airplane song and then the Airplanes Part 2 song that Hayley Williams does with Eminem as well. Ti as well as on the album. So there's a really good variety of music, and uh, the lead singer of Weezer does a song on here too. So that was nice to hear the difference in all the songs, and everything still sounded good together. There wasn't really a lot of disconnection between the songs, aside from the 2 that I mentioned that slowed it down. So with that being said, I do recommend this album if you're a hip hop fan. It's very well done, and yeah, I think that's all I had to say about this one. So stay tuned for more reviews as they come out. Thank you, everybody.